Today I'm doing an updated perfected DPS build for the Technomancer. Now, I realized after acquiring everything in the game and doing further testing on all the characters that the Technomancer build that I posted has like 4 points that actually could be tweaked and make it more powerful. To start off with, I'm just going to do this build as if you've never seen my previous build, so we're going to jump right into it. For your primary weapon, you want either the Grim Marrow or a very high powered burst rifle, preferably high 70s at minimum. If you're going to use the burst rifle, you can get the Renegade set if you didn't pre order the game. And I have a video up on how you can easily get a 90k plus roll, and also how you can lock in a guaranteed Brain Eater mod, which is definitely the second mod that you want. Now, whether you're using the LMG or you're using the burst rifle, your second tier perk is going to be one of two perks. If you're playing on solo play, you're going to be getting all the kills. Now, in this case, you should be running the Killing Spree mod. You could alternatively also run Fortress, but you'll be getting all the kills, so Killing Spree might benefit you a little bit more. In multiplayer, though, if you're playing duo or three players, I would highly recommend just taking the 43% bonus, which is a set bonus for the entire expedition or during the campaign. It's basically the equivalent of getting 2 kills quickly anyway, and you don't have to worry about the deterioration once the ads run out. You're still getting 43% bonus, so it's a much more consistent bonus. Also, the Grim Marrow comes with crit damage, which is very nice because we're going to be running crit stack. For your secondary weapon, in case you do happen to lose blighted rounds, take a assault rifle that has crit damage preferably, and has two good mods like Shadow Comet, shots called down, and Ultimate Storm Whip, shots bring down, both with very low cooldowns, 1 second and 3 seconds. I think the Thunderbird is your ideal choice. Alternatively, you could use something else like the Imploder or anything else that you can go put have two good mods on it and deal damage while you wait on your blighted rounds to come back. As far as your pistol, it just doesn't matter. You should never be pulling it out, really. For your gear, for your helmet, everything now is going to be epic. Everything bonus, close range, long range, we are going off straight all out damage and not losing our rounds. Like, you really shouldn't be losing your rounds if you pick your targets well, especially after you got into the point of this build. Now we're going to take Rejuvenation because it adds 14,000 firepower and also because it adds 40,000 armor. We're pretty much always dealing damage. So we get this bonus for 8 seconds and there's a 10-second cooldown. So there's very little time that we probably won't getting this bonus. And more importantly, Golem stacked with Rejuvenation makes you basically impossible to be brought down as long as you have blighted rounds and you're dealing damage. Your damage will be high enough where as long as you're inflicting damage, you can just get your health back up to max so fast. So this is actually a really beast combo. Crit stack, obviously, even if you're running the LMG, you should have the crit stack on. The Grim Marrow, as you can see, I took this over the previously recommended Reaver because of the accuracy. After playing with this gun for a while, even though it has 105 less bullets, the accuracy and extra damage makes up for it. So you can get away with getting a lot of bonuses on the crit stack with the LMG, and you gotta have it for the burst rifle. So next up, we're going to be running Bloodlust, and as I mentioned, Golem. Then obviously we're going to take the additional magazine. In any section, 2 magazines should be enough. Extra damage on the elites because it's the only thing that we're going to really be spending a lot of bullets on. Sharp Eye, definitely Radical Therapy. Euthanizer, this might take you a while to get. This was actually the last mod I got out of all my characters. Until you get to this point, you can either run one additional damage, or you can double up on your ammo regen, depending on if you're losing your blighted rounds because you're just not dealing enough damage. So for the skills, now going to be running Scrapnel, Blighted Rounds, and Blighted Turret. And I'll get into why we're running Scrapnel in a moment. For the build, it's going to be Weapon Damage, Skill Leech, or Weapon Leech. Armor Piercing, just because we have to take it. Also does help if you ever do have to switch to your secondary. Increase critical damage. Toxic inflicts vulnerability. Increased effectiveness of that vulnerability. Decreasing the long range. Adding weapon damage. Now this is the new change. We're going to be taking the Ordnance. So how you're going to play this, and I will attach a gameplay video as well in the description. But you're going to spam the turret how you normally would play, kill how you normally would play, and when you get like 4 or 5 alphas in your face, or you got an elite that's at full health that you want to drop fairly quickly, then also, as you're spamming the turret, throw the grenade, and now you'll have 70% extra damage for about 8 seconds, because you know the animation of throwing the turret and the grenade. So we have now Toxic, takes 10% more damage, more weapon damage, more assault rifle damage, more assault rifle damage, more armor piercing, more damage, but will also take more damage, which is another reason rejuvenation helps out so much to actually make you tanky enough where you can keep killing and take a little bit of damage. Increase your long range damage, increase your magazine size. Enemies afflicted with Toxic will receive 15% more damage. And while we throw our turret, we get 40% extra damage for 10 seconds. And that is the new build for the Technomancer. Sorry for having to do this build twice, but after fully testing out everything, this build is just more powerful. And I realized there was a couple mistakes in the previously posted one. I hope that helped.